broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hey everyone! I feel like we're in an action movie. Welcome back.
James Bond.
James Bond. Devious Maids, Season 3, Episode 10, Whiplash. And that's the title, I believe, of the song that's playing. Although it makes me want to be a spy. Anyways, really excited for our show today. If you're listening from iTunes, make sure to rate us. If you're watching us on YouTube, give us comments as well. And also maybe listen to us again on your podcast iTunes app. But anyways, I'm your host tonight, Francesca. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, XOXOCESCA. And next to me I have the lovely Candice.
Hi guys, Candy Buen, CANDIEBUEN. Just one minute in there for a second.
Hey guys, it's Laila Sadny.
What's going on? Khaliel Abooboo here.
Woohoo! And we have a special guest tonight, Eddie Mills, who plays the tennis player
Louis Becker.
Louis Becker.
Whose body parts are just, scattered all over.
Like sprinkles.
All over Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
Yes, he's going to be calling in, so bear with us a bit for that. Oh, is he there?
Hello.
Hey!
Hi, Eddie.
Hello.
It's Candice here. Welcome.
Woo!
You made it.
You made it.
What's up, guys? I made it.
Thank you for joining us. We know you're on East Coast time, so we won't keep you too long, but we have a
That's
couple
all right.
questions.
Thank you for having me.
So I want to introduce you to the panel here. We have Francesca,
Hello, hello.
Layla,
Hello, Francesca.
Hello.
And
Hi,
Khaliel
Layla.
Abooboo.
What's up?
Cool. So what are you doing over there on the East Coast? Are you working on anything?
Working. I just finished the series finale of Satisfaction for USA,
Nice.
and yeah, it's pretty interesting being down here in the South. I mean, Atlanta has really become a huge market these days.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, and that's where they're filming. Yeah, Devious Maids is in Atlanta too,
In Atlanta,
right?
yeah.
So you just stayed
Yeah,
out
we
there.
were in Atlanta for Devious Maids. Yep.
Very nice. So we see your character briefly so far. You had a handoff exchange with money with
No pun intended. Handoff. Sorry, I had to go there. Too easy.
Go in, Layla. So what's it like watching and you know what's really going on, because we're gonna see you again later on when we get the full story. How is it kind of watching and waiting and seeing everything unravel?
I've been a big fan of the series since the first season, and to be able to be a part of it in this way has been great, because to watch the story unfold, I go in, you shoot your scenes, you do what you got to do, and you read bits and pieces. But when you see it edited together and you see where the story goes, I mean, I have been laughing so hard. The whole swimming forklift thing with Genevieve was, I thought, I didn't see that coming. I thought it was brilliant, and there's just a lot of interesting storylines, and the twists and the turns of where it goes. It's been a blast.
So your character comes back at the finale, is that correct? You make your...
That is correct.
Okay.
Yes, I make an appearance in the finale. You finally get to see what happens with Louis Becker.
We finally get to see who killed you. Who
Or
killed
not.
Yeah, you
Or
do.
didn't kill him.
Louis Becker. Oh. Who chopped
You
him
need to
up?
find out why there was a leg over here and a hand over there.
Scattered.
That was your wish, to be scattered, right?
Exactly.
It was a nice leg.
Thank you.
We feel like this season got a lot racier. I do, anyways. I don't know if you guys.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. I mean, I think a lot of people, it's interesting reading a lot of the text, or reading a lot of the feeds and stuff that comes through with people trying to guess what happened to Louis Becker. You know, what's the story and what's going on with him. And I'm curious, do you guys have any idea, or what do you think, happened to Louis Becker?
Well, this episode, Michael's ex-wife, what is her name?
Olivia.
She we kind of see how crazy she is, and I kind of have it now. I think she's the one that could be framing Taylor.
I think Olivia and Louis Becker are working together.
Or maybe he's still alive.
I don't think he's dead. I don't think he's dead.
Louis Becker may have taught her the blooming orchid too. We really don't have any idea.
Okay, so I have a different theory. I don't think Olivia killed Louis, but I think she knows who did it. I definitely think she knows who did it. He said interesting. That means I'm right.
I still feel like Jesse has some involvement in your dismemberment.
I think Spence does.
Yeah.
No, I think...
No, there's a lot of... And plus the whole thing with Katie, too, the little girl.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the whole cartel tie-in is interesting.
And the drug cartel?
Yeah. It's interesting, because that is how...
I mean, there's a lot of different, theories, I believe.
At first, I did think it was Jesse, but now I think he's one of the good guys.
I think Jesse's clean.
I think you're clean, Jesse.
He's probably an undercover cop.
I think he is, too.
Yeah, I think...
That's interesting. That's an interesting theory.
I think he is an investigator of some sort, and I think that's part of the reason why he wanted that job with Olivia so bad, because he wanted to get in there and find out more of what's going on. I mean, think about it.
But then,
You don't think it's just because he was desperate and needed the job, do you?
Yeah. Even though $40 an hour does sound nice.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, but then again, why would he, end the relationship with Marisol if he wants to, keep a close eye on the maids?
Maybe he's getting distracted. He needs to stick to the mission. Marisol,
Well, maybe, but come on, if you walked into your apartment and the girl that you were dating was going through your stuff, you'd want
that too.
Pull a gun.
And holding you at gunpoint as also.
That's true.
So she's gonna she's gonna mess up his game that he's got going on to find out what is going on.
He's an undercover cop. He's got to stay focused. I'm sticking with
Crazy, he's gotta go.
It'd be interesting.
Stay focused, Jesse.
So do you really know how to play tennis in real life? We hear you're the greatest instructor.
What's that?
I said we hear you're a really great instructor, of course, on the show.
Would you give out
I am a great
lessons?
instructor. I have lots of things to teach.
Okay, it's one of those things, how to pick up women, because apparently you're like, the guy who gets the...
Yeah, it's all in the backhand.
There you guys go. Tips from Eddie. How to pick up women.
I want to say, I'm interested to see that backstory as to how he picked up Genevieve.
I would be interested to see that as well.
I see it in my head, like, Genevieve is at the country club. She had one too many glasses of wine, and, a little flirtation went on. And I think that that he was an opportunistic person on the show. I mean,
Yeah, I believe he had one hell of an Amazon wish list.
He wanted to be a well taken care of husband.
Well, maybe that's true, Layla. Maybe he isn't dead, but whose legs are they? They already got matched to him, though.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's DNA. You got matched.
That did cross my mind. But nothing puts it past me on the show.
true.
Maybe he altered with the DNA. I don't know.
The ninja status.
I
Get
was a little
right in.
shocked tonight at the way everything went down with Carmen. That was really shocking.
Yeah.
Poor Carmen.
Poor Carmen.
Who of the maids is your favorite storyline?
Well, I have to say the Carmen storyline has been very active.
Yeah.
I mean, to tell you, that's something else right there with the whole wife and then the kissing and all. That was really intense. I did not see that coming. And that storyline's got me intrigued. And I kind of I really enjoy when the four girls get together and sit down and converse and they get together. Those moments are really great. You can actually see how those actresses and the ladies have gotten together and really bonded really made Devious Maids what it is today. I mean, they're every single one of them brings something quite special to the show.
They have great chemistry together. It's kind of, I think Stefan said it, it's kind of like a Sex in the City kind of sit down, gossip.
Oh, wow.
Which is great.
Yeah. And how many times when Rosie says Mr. Spence, everybody
it's
go,
so
oh, Mr. Spence.
Francesca does that over here.
Mr. Spence.
Mr. Spence. Brilliant. I love it.
Eddie, are you in a club over there or something? I'm hearing some music.
Sorry, no, I don't think so. I must be picking up some random signal way out here in the country.
Sounds like clubbing's going on back there.
Yeah, something's going on the East Coast over there.
Man.
I'm jealous.
You need the crickets outside of having a glass of wine.
So you were saying earlier that the show's we always talk about this too on the panel, how the lines on the show are some of the funniest things I've ever heard. What are some of your favorites that you remember from this episode tonight?
Man, that's the whole thing. I have to say, the storyline, Evelyn, anything out of Evelyn's mouth always makes my mouth just drop. It doesn't matter what it is. And I thought it was hysterical tonight when Evelyn goes and flips the pill in the drink and tries to get
What were they taking?
Brilliant. I thought she played it really to the top. I thought she did a good job with it.
That was so good. It reminded me a lot of what's her name? Megan McCarthy. Megan McCarthy. Yeah, that kind of really funny humor.
Yes.
Do you know
the physical comedy?
What's that?
It's a physical comedy.
Exactly.
I mean, it's when they add that to it. You can tell the actor's really bringing a lot to that role. They've got to sell it. Do you know if those were all those parts that we saw when she was drugged up? Do you know if those were all kind of
ad-libbed?
Yeah, ad-libs. Or it was all scripted?
Improv.
There you go.
I mean, I really believe the casting, everybody that's in charge of casting has a really clear idea of who they want, I think, for certain roles. And that's why they got Mo Gaffney. If you know her work at all, she is incredible at physical comedy. And I really believe that role was specific for that role and for those times. And I just think to myself, no, this is just genius right here. I mean, it's the way that they put it all together and how it went down. And the whole fact that Evelyn now is not her son and has the kid.
Oh,
and the way the kid is being,
He's one of
I think this is going to be a really interesting storyline.
Evelyn and the kid, that's so funny, and how Mr. Powell bonded with him tonight.
Over extortion.
Yes, exactly.
He's one of them. I think anytime
Who do you guys love the most?
Carmen.
Every guy loves Carmen. You don't have to think about that one.
I know. Our other host, Stefan, who's out today, but he always loves Carmen. We constantly rank our maids.
Yeah, devious draft.
Devious draft.
Have you ever ranked the lingerie? Have you ranked the lingerie yet?
Oh, good idea.
That is a good idea.
I think this is a you.
But maid men, we have ratings every week. They go up and down. We rate the men.
Yeah, my favorite.
It really depends on the one-liners, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, my favorite is Evelyn.
Evelyn.
Yeah. You can't
The
beat
perfect
her.
mix of evil.
And what was that? Evil and villain. Yeah.
That was a good one. That was Adrian, though. Yeah.
He's amazing, too. Adrian.
The Powells, Genevieve, and Carmen usually have really good one-liners.
Yeah. Another reason to love Carmen.
What's that?
Another reason to love Carmen.
Oh, jeez.
We know who your favorite is.
Now, Eddie.
It's kind of hard to pick. Like I said, it goes week by week. It really is hard to pick. Each week, depending on the storyline, makes your favorite. This is why I love this show.
Especially the steamy shower scenes or who's shirtless.
Or self-taping yourself, I guess, on your iPhone. And then your wife can find it and broadcast it on television.
That was one thing I was wondering. They didn't hint to them filming it or anything like that. So I was wondering where the video came from.
I think she set up a camera in there. That's what
She pulled it off her cell phone, I thought.
Why were they taping? You think they're taping on their phone? I don't think they would tape.
It looked like their hands were busy, though. Maybe they set it up.
I know. I started thinking to myself, she must have one of those cool little iPhone holders, wrap around the bedpost.
It's a new use for a selfie stick, everyone.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
She's got the selfie stick down the wall.
So amazing.
Somebody's gonna go try that after this.
I know. I gave someone a great idea. You're welcome.
I don't believe she knew she was getting taped. She wouldn't have taped herself willingly. She's not that.
Especially when she said we need to end this, and I'm this close to getting what I want. There's no way she would be like, yeah, let's make a sex tape. No way. Someone put a camera in there, and I wonder if Sebastian was in on it.
That's what I was thinking.
That's what Candice said. Yeah,
Sebastian.
Adrian was living his old days back in season 1.
Right. There was one old hidden camera left.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot about Adrian's
hidden camera.
little past.
Yeah.
So you said you've been watching this from season 1.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
So have we.
That's why, I was so excited when I showed up on set. We did a photo day, and I got to see a lot of the maids. And, Dania was the first one I met. She was absolutely fantastic. And then from there on, everyone was so welcoming with open arms. And I met Anna Ortiz, and she just had this big smile on her face that would light up the world. I thought to myself, would you marry Tyler Moore? She was absolutely fantastic. And the entire cast was so welcoming. I wish I could tell you so much more.
I know.
But you're going to be shocked.
I want to ask you a million questions, but I know you'll say, sorry, I can't tell you.
I know. There's so much I would love to, but I just can't. But you're going to be shocked.
We can't wait.
I cannot wait to watch the show after the finale to see what you have.
Every week we watch and we screen and we yell at the screen because we were so excited, and this season has really just kept us on our toes so much. The writing's always incredible.
Yeah, I thought so too. This season was really fantastic and moved quickly.
It did.
The writers
if you were
genius.
If you were here in the room right now, I'd tell you to twitch your eye or blink if we were heading in the right direction in our thoughts.
But the funny thing is, some of our predictions throughout the season were kind of spot on.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Yeah. Every now and then.
Yeah. I was listening to some of your predictions about the Louis Becker thing. I went back a little bit in the archive, and I was curious, and as to what you thought, and it was kind of interesting. You guys had some really good. You had some great points that came up, but I'm just happy to say that you're going to be a little shocked.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, on Eddie, we researched your IMDb. You have extensive IMDb. You've been an actor for a while, and you started off at 1994 in Full House.
I did.
So they're redoing the show. What are the chances you make a reappearance on Full House 2015?
Full House on Netflix. Yeah.
I wondered about that, but I know that they're bringing, I think Scott Wanger is coming back, Steve, who was DJ's boyfriend, and I sort of was the first date with DJ. We went out on a little date and, kind of kissing at the end. So who knows, maybe I think I was just the old flame. Maybe they'll talk about it. I doubt it.
Candice Cameron.
Yeah, flashback.
I still want to be her.
But that was my first on-screen kiss with Candice Cameron.
Your very first kiss.
Yep.
Was there any connection? Maybe. I'm digging here.
Yeah, right. That was my first stop. I was too scared to be thinking about anything else, but don't screw it up. Don't screw it up, man.
That was probably really cool, though. You probably got a lot of props around. Your homies see you on TV, kissing man, you did that.
That was the hot show. I know.
Eddie, what advice can you give to actors that are coming up? Because you've been a working actor for well over 20 years. So what tips or advice can you give?
I think be true to the art. Don't look for the fame. Don't look for trying to walk the red carpet and all that kind of stuff. Let that sort of be a byproduct of what you do. And I think it's just focus on the craft and just study, and keep honest to who you are. I think that's probably the best thing I can give, because for myself, I've seen it all. I've been down the road. I've walked the red carpet at times. I'm not quite sure I valued it when I should have. And I think it's important to stop, take a look around where you are and be like, hey, this is pretty cool, man. This is pretty cool. And, and I think it's really important for all of us to do what we do, is to make sure we always want more. We always want more. It's never enough. But the thing you have to remember is when you look around at each other and what you're doing, you're like, well, this is pretty cool for right now, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think that's the best advice, is just keep focused on what it is is that you want to do, but don't look for the brass ring. You just
Live in the
focus on the
moment.
journey.
Man, that's life advice right there.
Yeah, it is. It applied very well.
I know.
You're great at tennis and great at motivational speeches.
I know. Chock full of talents over here.
If I can't be a tennis coach, I'll be a life coach instead.
There you go.
Perfect.
Well, Eddie, we just want to thank you so much for taking the time to call us.
Thank you guys so much for having
We're
me.
very excited for the finale.
Yes.
And seeing you again on the
Me
show.
too.
And watch us, and we'll let you know what we think for the finale.
That sounds great. I'll be tuning in for sure and watching you guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Oh, wait, before you
Bye.
leave, Eddie,
Good night,
Eddie,
Eddie.
Hey.
wait, make sure, let everyone know where we can find you. You're on Twitter, The Eddie Mills, and are you on Instagram?
Yes, Twitter is at The Eddie Mills, and also Instagram at The Eddie Mills, and then you can follow my fan page on Facebook.
Ooh,
Nice.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, thank you
Yeah.
so much
The more
again.
Twitter followers I get, the better. Please follow.
Everyone follow Eddie Mills.
The Eddie Mills.
The Eddie
Right.
Mills.
I'll put in some good life coaching as well. So I can.
Perfect.
Thanks so
Thank you so
guys.
much. Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
You too. Ciao. Bye-bye.
Ciao. So awesome. I'm
He's
so
so
excited. I
awesome.
can't wait to see finally everything that goes on.
It just makes me question everything.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It makes me more
we're gonna be
excited
surprised,
now.
like-
I know, especially because we pride ourselves on, getting predictions
right?
right.
That's true.
And then
Yeah.
we're thinking like, oh, this totally makes sense. That's definitely what
Yeah,
it is.
and the writers are just laughing at us. Like, no, we're taking you for a spin, little girl.
That's what they want. They're doing a good job. Doing a great
Yeah,
job.
amazing. We love all you writers. So
let's get into today's episode. One of the biggest, I think, things that none of us would have guessed was Olivia coming back.
Oh,
yeah,
gosh.
no, I didn't see that coming.
No, we were all
Not at
shocked.
all.
We're like, oh my God, isn't that Olivia?
The crazy one.
Yeah, so
I think she's taking advantage of Michael because I don't know. He thinks something's going on with Taylor, but I don't know. Something's going on with Taylor. She's not cheating on him. I'm still giving her the benefit of the doubt, but I think Michael is just too self-conscious. He thinks he's getting cheating on
Yeah.
him, so he's going back to what he knows is like comfort, like his ex-wife.
You really think that Michael's with Olivia?
I
I feel
was
like
just
he's
about to ask you that same question.
saying that.
Yeah, I don't think she's really.
I think she's
listening.
delusional.
She's crazy.
I don't think she's really
She's
listening.
popping those happy pills.
Wait, maybe. Did we
I
already
can
say
use
this
some
when we
of
were
those,
talking with Eddie? Did we already say this? Maybe Olivia killed Eddie.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, well,
yeah, that's what he said.
I said I think she's working with him.
I think she knows who did it. I don't know if I want to say working just yet, but I think because she said, what was her exact words? I couldn't have planned it better myself.
Yeah.
So that makes me think, okay, you didn't do it, but
Something. Yeah, and you know it's
something
crazy
happened.
because if she says I couldn't have even planned it that crazy, then we know there's.
No, she cut her hair off. I think I'm getting excited here because I think she either A is afraid like her hair fell off in a place where it shouldn't be, like at a crime scene, or she doesn't want to be like tested, or so they come and like arrest her for like these loony pills she's taking, and she cut all the hair off.
Well,
Remember when Britney Spears lost it in 2007? That's why she shaved her head. Yes.
Next
Every
thing
day I
Olivia's
get
gonna come out
closer
with a
and
baseball
closer.
bat and hitting cars like Britney Spears did. But the thing is like that she was having lunch with Marisol and she slipped out and said, Blanca. She's mentioned Blanca was murdered. Yeah. So no one thinks that Blanca was murdered other than her girls.
yeah.
I think she did it, but she had to have an accomplice.
You know what? I think Michael might be in it because we got to think about it. Michael slipped Eddie, aka Louie, money in that episode, and she was saying like, "I gave you the payment." So both of them have money and are giving
But
us
she was
payments.
talking to somebody who was alive.
And then saying Michael.
It could have been Michael. That's a really good-
maybe that's why she thinks they're seeing each other, but really she was working with Michael because he thought she was having an affair, and he knew that she's super crazy and she's gonna figure it out.
The last thing is okay. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, why would Michael want to set up his wife? I mean, there's something
Yeah.
about Katie that is involved with something with him wanting to set up Taylor for something he's doing or something.
I think Katie's unrelated. I think that's a totally different thing than what's going on with Louis Becker.
I don't know.
I think Katie's unrelated.
I don't think so.
I think the whole cartel mix in with them
because that would be a weird merger. Like, how did let's say, I think Blanca's murder probably has some mix with maybe the cartel thing. I'm not well, no, because she ended up in their house with the mural to Louis, right?
No,
when Blanca died, wasn't she in the house with that mural?
She was
the shrine for Louis.
Yeah. Okay, so never mind. That didn't make sense.
I think everything's gonna tie in together. The writers are so genius. They are. On the last episode, we're gonna see it's all gonna be intertwined, and something is gonna conflict and cause the ripple.
And then there may be something that we don't know yet.
There's a lot we don't know.
There's a lot we don't know yet.
Well, yeah, I get that, but I mean, there may be a clue that we haven't been given yet to tie it all together. We definitely don't know, but there may be a missing clue that
This is why I wish Eddie was here, so I could just stare him down and wait for a twitch or something. Make him feel nervous so he blinks when we're right, you know? Yeah. So really fast, Olivia happens to be the person Jesse wants a good recommendation for, and so we were briefly talking about this again while we were on the phone with him, that maybe he's working with her so he could get some information.
I think Jesse really wanted that job the pay is great, but I think if he's undercover, if he really truly is undercover, he's trying to get in. I mean, if Olivia is so tied into this, that's who you want to go work for.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Is it good or bad? What do you think?
Well, I think it will be good. However, I do feel sad for Marisol, even though she was a little crazy last episode.
She pulled a gun on him.
She held him at gunpoint in his own apartment.
A lot crazy.
Loca.
She was begging
Olivia in her,
begging for him back, bringing flowers to his apartment.
Who knows? Maybe Jesse likes those crazy girls.
Well, he didn't want to take her back.
He didn't want to take her back.
I don't know about that.
Do you guys think it's a good or a bad thing that he's going to be working as Olivia's maid?
I'm sticking with my undercover story, so I think it's a good thing.
I think
he definitely needs to.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be really interesting where that goes. I think it's gonna be a good thing, and I agree. I think he's undercover. I don't think he's bad. I don't think he's involved in the murder, but he is tied into that. But I think he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Agreed. I hope. Okay. All right. So we also talked about, we saw Rosie and Taylor and Mr. Spence. Mm-hmm. They were at the park. Rosie follows. She slaps him, and then Taylor says that it's because they were
in a
support group, and he said, but it did look like he mouthed something like, "We can't do this anymore."
Does she know about us? That was in one episode.
That was last week. Does she know about us?
Yeah. So I'm hoping for the sake of Mr. Spence, because what did he say? He said, she said, "You're a great man, Mr. Spence. You always do the right thing." And he said, "Yeah, I hate that about myself." Kind of the good guys always
finish last. I believe him, though. It makes that storyline. I totally believe them. They're telling the truth.
I think they're lying. I don't think it's the truth.
I don't think so. Why? It wouldn't benefit anybody for them to be having an affair.
I don't think they're having an affair, but I think whatever she's hiding, he knows something or something. I don't think they're having an affair, but I think that story was bull.
That's interesting. So do you think he really is her sponsor? Because if you are someone's sponsor and they are close and they're opening up to each other, confiding in each other, she might have told him what's going on, and now he's tied into the whole story. And Ernesto comes back, and there's a whole tie-in. Maybe they're not having an affair, but he knows.
Right? Yeah, I definitely think he knows. I don't think the whole affair thing, but I think he knows, and I don't. It just didn't.
Maybe
sit right.
Maybe when they're in the park, he suggested, "Oh, you know what? We need to
come clean,
tell the cops." And she's like, "How dare you?" and slapped him. I think maybe something along those lines.
And I still think. Why am I blanking on her name right now? Mr. Spence.
Rosie
is going to get snatched up, just like Blanca did.
I hope not.
I mean, no, I don't think anything I don't think she's going to die, but I think
she already got shot at the end of last season.
Spare her no.
Because she's in the line of fire.
Rosie, if she did get captured, she is smart, and she would get out of that situation. She would, when she Blanca got freed, she would have bolted out of that house.
Yeah.
Or she would have killed. Like, she's smart, so no, I don't think she's gonna get taken away. But
I think something's gonna happen though, because I really feel like she's in the line of fire, like she's in the house.
But
something's gonna happen.
She definitely is in the line of fire. And the one episode you see the cartel creeping around her, like, something's gonna happen. They have their eye on her. So
right, they do.
Ernesto's gonna probably save her somehow, but something's gonna happen.
Something's gonna happen.
Something's gonna happen. Ernesto, I think he's bad.
Ernesto is bad. He works for the cartel.
Yeah, he definitely is. Yeah.
Well, he wants out, but.
I mean, he really only came because he was looking for the girl. He wasn't coming back for Rosie. Yeah.
I don't think he was looking for the girl. I think he got lucky and found her.
Yeah, I think he got lucky and found her.
I don't think he was so shocked when he saw her.
I'm mad that we keep agreeing on everything.
But the head of the cartel, obviously, I think killed
Violet.
Yeah, Violet's father.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I thought the head of the cartel was Katie's father.
I don't think so.
No, she witnessed
a murder.
You're right. She's a witness,
Yeah.
And
that's where they're keeping her hidden.
Yes.
Well, moving on to
Zoila. Yeah, Zoila.
Wait, before you move on, I didn't appreciate Rosie getting mad at Spence, though. I feel like she has no room to get mad at Spence.
I agree with you there, but, all's fair in love and war.
Yeah.
Especially after the little speech that he gave her last time. I was like, man, I didn't even realize. Yeah, you did. Rosie, how dare you?
Girls always get jealous. I mean, in some way, we don't, even if we are the ones that left, we still don't want to
see our exes with somebody else.
Yeah.
I love how I'm on a panel full of women. We're just going to brush right over that. That happened. Moving on.
We're not going to talk about that. No.
So moving on to Zoila
and Joy. It was like
Joy.
Maid Wars.
They're about to pull out some blows on that.
And Joy, so Joy is one of those sarcastic, what's one passive aggressive, she said everything with a smile.
It makes you want to slap her even more.
Yeah.
Yes.
It does.
And her name's Joy. It's just it's too much, outdoing her left and right.
And she sees her in the kitchen, working hard to make him a turkey sandwich, and she's making a huge
out
turkey.
A Martha Stewart turkey, Thanksgiving Day.
How does Zoila not know that was cooking in the oven all day? No.
Well, she's pregnant. Sometimes you can't smell right when you're pregnant. Your smells are off.
She thought it was her sandwich, maybe.
Yeah. So we find out though why Joy is so gung-ho about her job, and it's because her dad and mom both passed away, and Dr. Neff, took her in almost like a dad. And then we also find out his mom, whom he loved super lots, is in that little vase, which while they're trying to outmate each other, she waxes the floor a little bit too hard, or too good, I should say, and spills, it was Larcene, what was it? What was her name?
It was something with an L.
Lurleen.
I was like, it's not Lorraine, Lurleen.
And just ashes.
Yeah, but it was really sweet how Zoila was the bigger person and actually took the blame for it. 'Cause she almost I felt like there was some sort of motherly love in that scene with the two of them.
Zoila's like a Mr. Spence. She might do some devious things, but she always has that, like you said, the motherly advice, the good, soulful things.
And Dr. Neff is kind of been saying, hinting at John Viev is going to have to choose between the two of them. So, I mean, do you think that she would choose him over her?
I'm hoping that Joy, she has a conscience, and she sees, Zoila did her, through her a bone.
Yeah.
So
tells him the truth, maybe.
Yeah.
I hope so. I hope that Joy comes clean. That's a really awkward spot. Sorry, there's fuzzies in our ears.
I thought it was just me.
No, that's the awkward spot I feel for Joy to be in, because she she said feels like she owes Dr. Neff everything, but sorry guys. But now she just realized that Zoila did maid code.
Yeah. But even though he helped her out, Dr. Neff, she doesn't owe him the rest of her life. She could be her own person.
Right.
So
let's hope she steps up.
So. Yeah.
So we'll go to the pals, which we also brushed upon. I think probably the funniest stuff all night long.
Yeah, was those guys.
God, they just never fail.
No, always bring it.
They love it.
And I love the little bond that Adrian's creating with the
Dion.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Powell is definitely my favorite guy on the show.
He's great.
My favorite guy right there.
He's Dion straight up says, just points and laughs at Adrian and says, "You're her bitch."
Love that little kid, man.
The little kid actually had some funny lines today.
Yes.
He did.
Well, he's a pal. He's definitely a
meant to
pal.
be a
Yeah,
pal.
he was meant to be a pal. Like,
He said-
honestly.
Distorting the crazy social worker.
It makes me look forward to like all the things they can get into together.
Yeah, as a family.
Yeah, they're betting on they're horse betting. Like he's telling them who to pick in the horse.
They're mutual benefiting
Each other.
Dion got
Exactly.
an extra tea time for Adrian. Adrian got him the chocolate milk.
Yeah, it's a trade.
And everyone, like he said, white people love me. The second they're like, "Oh, you're fostering something that's perfect,"
It set
and
off the
then-
light bulb in his
Yeah.
head.
Now he's like the women coming up to him, you know.
I like that. I'm happy that Adrian didn't end up getting drugged, because watching the caseworker get drugged was a whole lot
Hilarious.
more
Yeah.
entertaining.
I feel like Adrian could have definitely held his own more than her, but
Probably.
those were some. I don't know what kind of pills those were. Those weren't Xanax or anything like
I
that.
don't
Those
know. She was like feeling herself like up against like the ground. That's
Eating
like.
the flour.
Granted, though, she said in the scene that she never drinks. So if she really doesn't ever drink, those would really affect her maybe more than the next person.
You got to think about it. They came from Olivia, and they have to be really strong.
She put
Real good.
two in her glass.
I totally saw that coming too. When she turned
did.
around, I said, "Oh God, this
Yeah.
lady's gonna end up getting these pills."
And she chugged it too. She chugged the drink.
She's like, "What? I was thirsty."
It was parched. Sorry.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
It was hilarious, and they had a little family bond moment, and I really look forward to that relationship.
See more of the pals grow. Familia.
La familia. And then Carmen, our last lady, she...
Carmen.
Okay, how many of you guys thought that she was going to get away with the whole, "Oh, he's my realtor"?
I did.
Absolutely not.
No.
No,
I thought she was
way.
gonna- I did. At least in this episode, I thought she was going to get away with it.
No
like
way.
maybe like later on, she would get caught. But
No, Jacqueline.
She's a boss, so
Yeah, she's a head of a record
Yeah, she
label.
knows.
She doesn't mess around. She does not going to take like, "Oh, he's my realtor." I was like, come on, no one's going to
No.
fall for that, especially not her, not Jacqueline. So she got her, and I mean, Carmen. I love Carmen, but she kind of had what was coming to her.
She did.
yeah, definitely.
Well, do you guys think Sebastian was in on it?
No.
I did have that same
Well,
thought too.
So, what did Jacqueline just go set up a camera in her room?
But where were they having sex
At Carmen's house.
Carmen's
Yeah,
house.
so
Yeah.
At the Powell's.
At the Powell's.
So-
But even if it was a camera left behind from
How
from
would she get
Adrian,
it?
like, yeah, how would she get
I don't
it?
think Mr.
Yeah.
Powell would sell her out.
But she could have figured out like who, and guys, I might be reaching here, but she could have figured out who else he's being a realtor for, which was Mr. Powell. And remember, Mr. Powell knows about it as well. So maybe somehow there was some.
I don't think they were in on it together, but I think she set her up with a camera, and
I just need to know how she got the camera in the house.
Yeah.
She should be a PI if she did that
Or
eventually.
Sebastian could be working with the crazy lady because you know how he doesn't have that much money.
well,
and he's sleazy.
and he was
there.
showing the house
Yeah.
where Blanca was.
I mean,
Oh my god, I feel like this could go like a million
there's like a
different
million
ways. I said.
Hold on, I missed that connection. How? I don't get it.
He was showing the house to Mrs. Powell
Right.
where
Blanca
was dead.
Okay.
and obviously, well, not obviously, but we feel like Olivia might have something to do with that. So that's
and she would need the help like a stronger man, and Sebastian really, doesn't
Yeah, what
really
if
have
it's
much
Sebastian's
morals.
Why
Really.
though? Why?
I don't know.
Because he wants the money. He doesn't have money. He's with his wife because she's
right.
supporting him. He's all about the flash and the money.
that
That's
is
all he
true.
cares about.
because really, if he and Carmen would have continued to date, he would have just mooched off of her for.
Yeah, think about it. He's a failed realtor.
Yeah.
He doesn't have money and treats his wife awful. Yeah, I mean, I could see it.
Yeah.
There's so many.
Oh, I know. Are we close, writers? Are we close? But I slightly felt bad for Carmen, just a bit, but she, like you said, she did have it coming, and I was happy that she finally realized it, but unfortunately it had to be at the expense.
It was too little too late. Like, she had so many opportunities to end it, and she didn't.
She should have just ended it and walked away in the beginning when she first signed, and she first realized that Jacqueline was an awesome woman. Like, she should have been like, you know what, I can't do this. You can't live with yourself.
And I'm totally Signal, so, you know. Just throwing that out there, Carmen.
But I feel so bad for her then now that she really can't do music anymore because Jacqueline kind of controls her.
Maybe she can do a mixtape.
No, but Laila, you have like a music like background. How long can she own the rights to her music? Is it
depends how long she signed the contract. However long her contract is for, she can't go anywhere else, and they don't have to make her album. They don't have to put it out there. So she does have her trapped.
Did they give her money for her to sign? Or
she signed and she made an album, and they're going to release it, and that would in turn make her money and make her a star. But if it's not out there and if no one's buying it, you're not paid. You're not making money.
She's just going to put out a mixtape, do a couple shows.
Maybe she'll be doing movies with Spence now.
Oh, jeez. I don't think girls do it like that. So, yeah, Jacqueline just straight up said, I own you. Okay, did you guys, I knew, once she said this is going to be a great show or whatever, she had that emphasis. I knew that there was going to be something bad, but did you guys, what were you guys thinking was going to happen?
I didn't know, because in my head I was like, how did she find out? So that's why I was thinking, I feel something's going to happen because I feel like I'm being set up, but how did she find out? How could something happen? Because how would she know? Right. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I kind of, when they got to the part where they were going to play her video, it's either like them hooking up or it's something embarrassing, like someone saying like something with them getting caught, and I knew she was kind of setting her up.
Yeah, I almost felt like maybe she had an arrangement with one of the hosts on the show to like kind of just like
maybe a friend insider say
like bad questions. Did you guys hear?
That's
about
what I was thinking too.
This obviously happened after they filmed, but with Cara Dela, whatever from what's the movie I just played? Paper Towns. She had like that interview with Sacramento.
For awful interview. The host, I feel they were just like so unprofessional. And as a host, when you get somebody that doesn't really want to talk, you gotta answer talk like open-ended questions. Right. Be like bubbly, bring them out of their shell. You don't go, oh, you're using tired, go have a Red Bull. It's just rude. And the fact that they asked her, did you read the book? That's like insulting. That's like a slap as an actor. I'm gonna oh, did you not read the script? And she's like, no, I just winged it.
Yeah.
So they deserve that.
So that's what I thought was kind of going to happen. They were going to
ask her some crazy questions.
Ask her some questions or make her just look horrible.
Jacqueline, if she is the head of a huge record label, she owns the industry. Like, she has connections in everywhere. So she literally was like, this is her tape, this is her video. She probably took care of all that, so that's what she handed it to. Mm-hmm. And probably did set her up in that way with the questions too.
Yeah. All bad.
I think she'll eventually get out of it though, and find another way to kind of do
Carmen always finds a way.
Yeah, I think somehow she's going to find another way. Is that prediction? Am I predicting?
Yeah, let's just jump into predictions.
And now, your AFTERBUZZ TV
predictions. Although I just feel like, honestly, Carmen, I don't feel like it's ever going to reach her stardom that she thought.
Well, there's your prediction right there.
There you go. I'm with you on that.
Not that she doesn't deserve it, or she's not. I just feel like the show can't work with her being a star.
Big star, yeah.
And she constantly keeps making bad choices when it comes to that.
She might get a little buzz though. She might get a little buzz.
Not anymore.
She's now she released a sex tape on the news. She might be a little.
She's gonna be
maybe she's gonna go reality.
She should have a reality show.
Devious Maids.
Yeah,
the reality
show. That's a good one.
Because were they hinting at it in this season? When do we get to see the Carmen Luna show or something? I saw it. Someone tweeted maybe or something about that. But yeah, I could see her having her own little show.
That's good. That's good.
What other predictions do you guys have?
I'm still sticking with my same one. Rosie's gonna get snatched up somehow, some way. She's gonna be fine, guys. Don't worry. But she's gonna be in trouble. She's gonna be in danger. I still think Jesse's a cop. That's all I got right now.
Cool.
Laila.
Okay, so Spence, and the whole Spence and Taylor story, I want to see more of that. So I really think that he's going to obviously stay in like they're going to still be like in communication, but I think that he's going to end up going to the cops with like whatever Taylor's hiding, because maybe like Rosie, he's going to feel like Rosie's in danger because she is working there.
True.
And Ernesto. He's
gonna come back shirtless? No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, yeah, probably.
Yeah, I agree.
Probably will.
That's probably gonna happen.
He probably will.
But we are gonna find out what happens to Louis Becker, and that
I know. I'm really excited.
if he's making an appeance, he's not dead.
No, they're
it's
going to
a
go back
flashback of what happened.
Oh, but that's what. See how he died. Because I just don't know. I mean, the writers, we ought to give it to them. I just don't know how he's going to come back from the dead. They already tested the leg. Okay, that has his DNA. That's his
And his
leg.
backhand.
Yes, and his
It's
hand.
all in the backhand.
So
Yeah.
I think we're going to find out who killed him in the finale. And
Olivia shaving her head. I mean,
I do think
Oh, wow.
Olivia,
Yeah.
I'm interested to see this roll out some more, but I do think she is a key suspect in this. And she has to have a big, like a man, either Sebastian or Michael, but somebody
but you
is
know
there helping her.
how Olivia came back and she's crazy and she shaved her head, and that is so obvious that she's involved. They always steer away from things being so obvious. So I think she was working with someone too, but I think there's more to it. It's not like, oh, Olivia's just the
Right, it's gonna be who she's working with.
That's gonna be
surprise us. Well, why do you guys think she shaved her head?
Or maybe she's just loca. She's lost it. Like maybe she has
Why does
nothing to
anybody
do
shave
with
their
it.
head?
she isn't involved at all.
Maybe
It's true.
she has nothing to do with it, and she just doesn't want to be drug tested. She pulled a Britney Spears. Who knows? It could go a million different ways.
Brittany, call in, please.
Maybe she was really stressed out.
Yes. So
I hear it gets to be a lot to handle. So maybe she just was like, I'm done.
but I do think Rosie is going to go back to Spence, and she's going to realize that Ernesto is like bad for business, and she's going to realize what she had with Mr. Spence
Will
and
Spence take her
it back. And I think he's going to take her back because he's
He always does the right thing, remember?
Maybe he and
little babies.
Zoila should be together then, since they both are the.
No.
I was just kidding. All right,
guys.
What do you think, Francesca? What do you think?
You know how I feel about, not feel how about Carmen, but I think Carmen's stuck. I think that sucks, but she finally needs to learn her lesson. I'm thinking Michael might be involved with some of this stuff. Yeah.
I agree with you.
I don't know. The fuzzies are bothering me, so
tweet us, guys. Tell us what you think.
let us know. We're almost to the end, so I feel like the next few episodes are going to be packed with some crazy plot twists.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good time.
Good time.
So Khaliel, where can we find you?
What's going on, everybody? Khaliel Abooboo here. You can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at Khaliel Abooboo.
And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Laila Sadny.
And you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Candy Buen, CandiBuen.
And you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, XOXOCESCA, and we'll see you guys next week for some good stuff.
Thanks.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.